When it comes to dating and relationships, do you fully embody the feminine part, or do you hesitate, second guess, shrink back? Here's the truth. The loving part of being in the feminine in dating and relationships isn't about playing a role. It's about owning the energy that creates attraction, connection, and lasting love. Today is a part of Flirty February. We are continuing on with the Femme Flirty Flower Framework. Say that twice. Femme Flirty Flower Framework. We are going over the L in flirty. Last week we went over the F, which was first impression, and doing the doorway Jill. The L is for love the part. I'm showing you how to step into that energy with the presenting protocol, so you can love the part of being the feminine in dating and relationships. For those that are new, I'm Coach Constance, a dating and relationship strategist with over 18 years of experience, helping fabulous women like you ditch the dating disasters, toss the toads, and attract true love that lasts. The feminine part in dating and your relationship is about receptivity, radiance, and response. So many women struggle with this. Instead of loving the part, they fight it, overcompensate, or hesitate. Today, we're flipping the script. I'm giving you a simple yet potent tool, the presenting protocol, to help you embody, enjoy, and love the feminine role in dating and relationships. If you want to dive deeper with your flirting and being present, I'm just going to make a plug here. This Flirty February, I'm doing a love lab. The Femme Flirty Flower Framework to go from wallflower to irresistible in 6 minutes or less. So if you're interested in that, DM me on Instagram for more if you want the details. I am on Instagram. Instagram and YouTube are at Coach Constance. Let's get into this. I want to talk to you about that moment when you feel completely out of sync in dating, especially when you are talking to someone. Maybe you're on a date, but you overanalyze everything. Or you meet someone amazing, but instead of receiving, you're proving. Or you're at an event and feeling invisible instead of magnetic. I've been there too. There was a time when I struggled to be in my feminine. Lord knows, most of my early life. I felt like I had to do something to make men notice me, do something to deserve love, to prove I was interesting, to control that outcome. And then I realized that's not the feminine role. That's exhausting. It's pretty exhausting to be the biggest man in your life if you're not a man. The moment I learned to love the part, to fully embody the feminine role with ease, softness, and confidence, everything changed. Men responded differently, attraction happened more organically, and dating felt fun again. This does not have to be a veil of tears. Dating can be a lot of fun, which nobody really talks about anymore. That's exactly what I want for you, to stop trying so hard and instead start presenting, receiving, and embodying your feminine, divine, potent energy with ease. Here's the thing. Feminine energy isn't something you force, it's something you present. That's where the presenting protocol comes in. Okay, so here we go. Present the present in the present to receive his presence and presence in the present. Okay, another thing to say 2 times. Present the present in the present to receive his presence and presence in the present. So in other words, present yourself as the gift. Be present in the moment. Receive his presence, accept his presence. This is a simple, potent way to love the part of being the feminine in dating. So I'll break it down. 1, you want to present the present in the present. You are the present. You are the prize. You are the flower. Slow down, be in the moment, let go of the future and just be. 2, in the present, be in the present moment, here and now. You want to just, there's a book by Eckhart Tolle. If you know the title, text me. I'm totally blanking on the title right now. The Power of Now. Thank you, Laura and Carrie. The Power of Now is Eckhart Tolle's book. 3, receive his presence. Receive his presence fully, whether it's the man in front of you, which is the small h, or the divine presence guiding you, capital H. Stay open, listen, and allow yourself to be in the moment. Okay, so receive his presence, the small h for him, the big H for divine essence, and receive his presence, which is his gifts that he gives, his attention, his care, his pursuits, his commitment. Whether you're in a meaningful conversation, a thoughtful gesture, or a deeper investment in you, be open to saying, yes. Say yes, please, thank you. Receive. Even if it's a compliment. If someone says, oh, I love your dress, and oh, this, I got it at a thrift store. You're discounting the compliment that's coming your way. Say thank you. Say thank you to the compliments. And it sounds easier than it is for a lot of people. So practice that. In the present, you want to do all of this. Stay in the present while receiving his presence. Don't get lost along the way, because we started with being present, right? So you want to stay present. Whether big or small, the present, let go of expectations, over analyzing, or rushing into the future. Simply enjoy the moment. A lot of people will sit at the dinner, be receiving a steak, and be thinking, is he the one? Where is this going? Will I have a second date? No, no, no. Get back and enjoy the steak, savor the moment, be listening, be with him. And that's it. Present yourself as a gift, stay fully in the moment, receive his presence, and embrace his presence. The presenting protocol shifts your dating energy from pushing to receiving, from proving to being, from hesitating to fully enjoying the part. Here's the secret. All right, lean in. The feminine doesn't need to chase. It attracts, which is wonderful. We don't have to do anything. Here's a picture for you. Imagine you're on a date. You show up tense, guarded, and trying to figure out if he likes you. The energy, uncertain and effortful and exhausting, right? We talked about that. Now imagine this. You show up present, soft, open. You let yourself enjoy the conversation, savor the moment, and simply receive the energy, magnetic, inviting, irresistible. One version is striving, the other is presenting. Which feels better? Which feels more potent? When you love your part in the waltz of the relationship, you embody the presenting protocol, you create a shift. Men feel drawn to your energy, not just your looks. Men see energy and boys see toys. Dating becomes easier, lighter, more fun. You stop overthinking and start being in the moment. You attract high quality, masculine men who love your feminine. The presenting protocol reminds you that you don't have to chase, fix. We love fixing them sometimes. Or prove. You simply present yourself with confidence, ease, openness, and be open to the right man coming towards you. Now that you know the power of the presenting protocol, let's anchor it in your body and practice it together right now. Take a deep breath, inhale, confidence. Exhale, doubt. Smile and look at them in the eyes. Have your energy be warm, inviting, and effortless. You can practice this in the mirror. You could practice this with your cat. Practice this with your friend. Feel your feminine energy. Not rushed, not proving, just being. Say to yourself, I am open, I am radiant, I am enough, I have enough, I do enough, I am enough, and enough is enough. Receive whatever he is giving you and say, yes, please, thank you. Now hold on to that feeling. That is what you want to bring into every date, every conversation, and every moment. Now it's time for the love seat. Time for the love seat, which I hope you came for. Did you bring your questions, your celebrations? Press 941 to raise your hand virtually, and I'll call on you and unmute you. You're also welcome to text me if you're in a place you're not comfortable speaking. Share your thoughts, ask your questions, or tell me what's on your heart about feminine energy, attraction, or dating, or your relationship. You may be married, you may be in a rough patch. Hi there.
Happy February. I have a question because I'm excited. I met this guy on the dating app and he liked my picture first. And then I said hi. Then I didn't hear from him. So I figured he wasn't interested. That was like 3 months ago. Then on Saturday, he reached out to me and said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed this. How are you? How's your Saturday going? Nice to meet you." And so we were talking back and forth on the app. Oh, he asked me for my number. I gave it to him. And he called me. He called me on that Saturday, same day. And then he's like, "I want to meet you on that Saturday." But I already had plans to go to a party. And I said, "Well, I can come meet you after the party if you want. We can meet down the street. I have this fabulous place." He said, "Okay, great." He's like, "I'll check in with you later." So Saturday night comes, because, on this profile, he said he liked spontaneous. I like spontaneity as well. So we meet up Saturday night, and it was great. It was so romantic. We actually kissed, which I didn't really want to, but we did because it was the first date. He was very generous, very attentive, and he texted me the very next day, "Thinking about you." That was Sunday. I was so excited, Constance. Monday, which was yesterday, I didn't hear from him. I don't know if it's my expert. I hope I'm like really excited, and I hope to hear from him today. And he already has said, "I want to when can I see you again?" He said, "I want to see you Tuesday or Thursday." I don't know. I just wanted to check in with you because I'm really excited about it, but I didn't hear from him yesterday. Should I expect to hear from him every day or no?
Expectations are resentment in the making, and we know how to court ourselves because we know ourselves. Everybody courts differently. All the men court differently, and he has his own approach. We want to stick with whatever the reason is good enough for me. We don't want to try to figure out the why. One of the things that helps is, are you open and available and dating other people?
Yeah.
Great. If you have one, he starts winning by default. 2, we start bifurcating and comparing. And 3, we start getting into that chemistry confusion. So that's excellent because there's a little bit of honing in on him, making him the prize, and wanting him. And those are, that's the masculine energy. And there's some slight masculine energy happening. We want to be available to them. We want to think, is the party trumping him, and why, according to my dating vision? Were there better contenders that were going to be there? Were you already going with a better contender? Because they get trumped by better contenders, stopped by deal breakers, and we're not available at the detriment of our own well-being. Was there anything at that party?
It was a big party that I went to, and he's like, "I don't want to take you away from the party. Please don't do it." But I was already really kind of anxious about going to the party by myself. And I wanted to have an excuse to leave the party, and I was going to go to this place already. And so I thought, this is awesome that he wants to meet me. Now I can say at the party, "Oh, I have a date. I gotta go." Bye. It kind of gave me an excuse, so it worked out in my favor that night.
And also, no, you don't need an excuse. You don't need to explain or defend yourself in order to say no. Practice saying no for yourself and do things for you for them. And that's something that can be practiced. And then being available to him as much as possible, as long as it's not at the detriment of your own well-being. And you played this out very well. It went very well. When he wants to book you, you want to have in mind when you're available. If he says, "Oh, I want to see you again," that sounds fun. I'm available A, B, or C. And you want to have 3 different times so you're not starting to control what's going to happen next. He can decide for himself what he wants to do. And then if he says, "Oh, okay, sometime on Tuesday," then one option is to be passive and feminine and relax and see if he takes initiative and reaches out. Another option, which is also in the feminine because you're presenting a problem, you say, "Hey, I'm reaching out because I was excited that you wanted to see me again, and I'm making my plans for the day, and I don't want to miss out if you still want to see me." It's on him. You're not wanting. You're detached. You don't care, but you're open and available and happy to go if he wants that from you. You see the subtle differences there? And then
Yes.
double down, especially when
I
we
was
have
gonna.
strong contenders, we want to double down on being found. We want at least 3 strong contenders so we're not going into premature monogamy. I know in 5th grade, I used to write his name after my name, his last name after my name. And that's a common thing girls would do because we're immediately pairing off before they even speak to us. We want to watch that. And that's just nature. It's not to beat ourselves up over. It's just to be mindful.
Oh, I beat myself big time last night. I crashed and burned last night because I didn't hear from him. It was such a
Now,
emotional crash.
when we look back, we want to look for celebrations or lessons. We don't want to beat ourselves up, including now. Don't beat yourself up for beating yourself up. That's just a lesson.
Okay.
And you're learning, oh, I'm in wanting. I'm making him the prize. I'm the prize. I don't have to do something to deserve love, like I went over earlier. You are the prize. It's their job to convince you they're the best man on the planet for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. It was so amazing because he's like, what is your favorite flower? You know, when he walked me to my car.
Right.
And I learned a lesson from a previous date. I'm not telling him it's peonies because the last guy never even showed up with any type of flower.
Okay,
So
we don't want to compare, and we also want to answer their questions, especially if it's information like a flower. We don't want to go into blocking. We want to be open and available and stay out of the wanting the result. Just answer the question. So if he says, what's your favorite flower, it doesn't mean he's bringing you flowers. Yes, if that's your favorite, thank you for asking. My favorite flower is peonies. I just love them. And he might be asking for 2 months from now or something. Watch that comparing and then shutting down. Okay, great. Thank you for going in the love seat.
Thank you.
Okay. And let's see if there's a text question here. What if I struggle with receiving? Okay. We talked a little bit about that just now. Receiving isn't about passivity. Receiving is about what we talked about earlier, the presenting protocol, where you're in the present and open, and sometimes it helps to put your shoulders back and be open and available. Feel yourself being open and available to receiving what's coming towards you. If you're not comfortable receiving, sometimes that's an indication you're not very good at saying no. You're not comfortable at saying no, which also might have gotten into what we were talking about with the last caller. If we're not comfortable saying no, we're going to block. We're going to try to control what's outside of ourselves because we don't know how to say no to what shows up. Being in the feminine, we're a big magnet. When they give, we say, yes, please, thank you. We're attracting everything, and it's not who you attract. It's who you keep. When you're attracting everything, that's where the importance of saying no comes in. You say no to what you don't want, and then you're receiving what you do. It's about trusting a good man will take action. The good man likes to provide, protect, and cherish you. They do good to feel good, and receiving from them, you don't owe them anything. Sometimes struggling with receiving, we might think we owe them something. We receive a dinner, and we're going for our wallet. No, 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 no. You are bringing the divine energy to the table, and you are his guest. It would be disrespectful to just reach for your wallet and go to pay. If you're so compelled, or if you're with a friend that's a man, one option is to say, I'm curious, how much do you want me to contribute? Instead of, oh, I'll pick up the bill, or I'm going to pay this. Look to him for leadership. How much do you want me to contribute? And he may say, I don't want you to contribute. It's all good. When you want to start receiving, practice people opening the door. You'd be surprised how many people won't even receive another person opening the door for them. Receive it and give a thank you. Don't judge who's opening the door. Receive the door being open. Someone may be offering to help or paying for coffee. Say that thank you instead of resisting it. That's the time we have for the love seat. This week, I want to give you a challenge. I like to give you challenges and homework. But we're not going to call it homework. We're going to call it a challenge. I challenge you to love the part of being the feminine in your dating and relationships. Use the presenting protocol to shift from proving to presenting and show up with presence, poise, playfulness, receiving, and authenticity. I'm on Instagram and YouTube at Coach Constance. So do this and follow me. I want to hear from you. Practice the presenting protocol, then DM me or comment on my latest post. Let's celebrate your feminine magic together. I also do other posts there that might be helpful. If you want to dive deeper with this flirting and being present, this Flirty February, like I said earlier, I'm doing a love lab, the Femme Flirty Flower Framework. We just went over the L. To go from wallflower to irresistible in 6 minutes or less, just DM me. And remember, just like a waltz, when you love the part of being the feminine, you allow the rhythm of relationship to flow effortlessly. You don't chase. You follow his lead with grace, ease, and confidence. So stay flirty, feminine, and radiant because love is already drawn to you. And happy flirting. Until next time, I'm sending you love, love, love.